Good morning. Happy Monday. Last time I looked at the clock, it was about 6:30 in the morning. I've been up since 6. And I was checking over a few things this weekend. I was surprised to find that none of the videos I put out last week had any views. None. No views whatsoever. So at first, I thought it was, wow, I finally did something. I said something. YouTube is cutting me off. Meanwhile, I was still getting notifications of new subscribers. Thanks for that. Considering there's no new news shows that are going to be done anytime soon. As for this week, let's see here. This week I will be working all day, every day, except for Wednesday, where I have a podcast interview. As long as that's still happening, I don't know. I'm going to have to contact them and get some details. I'm assuming it's through Skype. But anyways, I checked around, went on my account on YouTube. Lo and behold, for some reason, everything I posted in the last week was set at private. So, I don't know if that's a goof on my end, a blip on the other end. I have no idea. Definitely odd, but it's been fixed. So if you're seeing a bunch of stuff posted by me, some of it's not going to be as recent as you would expect, and others are, well, there is one that is recent, and the others are a few days old. So who knows, you may want to skip them. Oh, anyways, but the only thing I have to talk about today is, recently took a trip to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Never been a fan of this city. I'm not a fan of Chicago. It's too big, too crowded, too violent. As for Grand Rapids, not a fan of Grand Rapids. It is, again, too many people. And then to top it off, it's too many of people I particularly do not like. It's, oh God, it's social justice hipsters and just, the list goes on and on. It's a horrible, mosquitoes are bad this morning. It's just a horrible city. And took our kids to the zoo. And, you know, the zoo is kind of weird. It took 30 minutes after entering the zoo to actually find an animal that we didn't have in our own backyard. No birds were available. They've got bald eagles, golden eagles, different owls. This mosquito is really pissing me off. So, there were no birds. Yeah, we eventually did see and find some stuff. It just, it's kind of irritating. And the other thing that bugged me was they had this art display. Art. Some people thought it was cool. Everybody was taking pictures with it. But they took trash that had washed up on the shores and beaches, and they turned it into giant displays of art. Specifically, there was I don't know, there's a shark and a sea turtle and golden, bald eagle, and just, but you look at it and you look at it closer and it's like, oh, that's from old tires, and those are bottle caps, and just felt like, you know, in one sense I get it, like you're trying to support an idea of like encouraging people to reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah, that's not a phrase that's ever used anymore, because two of them don't make anybody any money. But I will say it was irritating to have trash on display and charging people to go see it. The other thing that was irritating was like a third of the animals were not available. They were not in their habitats, and they were still charging people full price. So that was irritating. And yeah, I understand the whole like, well, they still have to feed all the animals regardless of whether you get to see them or not. Okay. I've seen what they feed these animals. It's not costing them much. We're looking at, what was it, the red pandas, and my kid thought that what was lying on the ground was the animal's poop, and it was the sterilized biscuits that they feed these things to make sure that they don't get sick. So it kind of gives you an idea as to how they're feeding these animals. Definitely not on their native diets. So a couple other things I noticed. It was almost impossible to go anywhere. We wanted to take, besides the zoo actually had its own parking. Wow, and you don't have to pay extra for that. Oh my gosh, how'd that happen? So we tried to take our daughters out to get ice cream. Lo and behold, Dairy Queen of all places was, got that mosquito finally, or at least one of his cousins. So Dairy Queen was drive-through only. Then we ended up going to this other place that was a couple miles away, which in the city means several minutes of driving. It's weird, you see like 1.8 miles or 2.3 miles or something like that, and it'll say like 18 minutes. I'm like, in what world should that take 18 minutes? But anyways, gas was $4.50 a gallon in Grand Rapids, which I guess they kind of deserve that after the stupid shit that they let people pull. That's right, BLM is back, and the ice cream place that we ended up going to, and I don't really have a problem with this. It's just kind of irritating that they're like constantly slapping shit in your face. You know, they had a pride flag hanging above their window or their door, whatever. But then you go to the Books and Mortar place right down it's like 2 doors down, and they have a Black Lives Matter sign hanging in their window. That one fucking irritated me. Like, seriously irritated me. Have you not kept up on what this organization is? They took your money, they bought mansions, they partied in those mansions, they paid for the parties with your money in those mansions. Not a single dollar has gone to, oh, I don't know, bail anyone out. Oh, nope, that's not true. You get bailed out if you try to kill a Democratic campaign person running for office. That's if they don't completely agree with BLM, you get to try to kill them, and then you're bailed out later. That did happen. I'm wrong about that. They did spend money to bail out somebody, but no, not a single black person has I don't know, gone to college, had their mortgage paid off. After the whole 2009 thing, you think they'd be really big on like making sure black people didn't get effed over by mortgage companies. They don't care. they're too busy signing up to get their own mortgages. Oh no, they probably paid for that shit in cash. It's amazing how much cash you can have when it's somebody else's. But no, Grand Rapids. It's the driving sucks. The way that the city is designed. I'm not even gonna say they designed it. They just kind of like slap shit together. Roads don't make any sense. You're looking at the directions and it's like, why do I have to drive in a complete circle and then you get over there and it's like, oh, it's because we go over the road because it's on the highway. Yeah, it's just completely freaking irritating. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then to top it off, they're really like anti-business there. I'm gonna put it that way. They can only really be described as anti-business considering that they expect you to pay for parking in order to go to a business. A business that's already paying taxes to the city. By the way, I think Grand Rapids is also a place where, I don't know, they have like income tax. They have to pay separate from the state and the federal. Grand Rapids. So much money coming out the butt, and they can't get their shit together. That's definitely Grand Rapids, if you want to describe it. It's yeah. No, honestly, they do. It does look good. It's an attractive town, but it's definitely not a hoe you want to mess with. So yeah, that's about it. That was my adventure in GR. I think I might, if I ever get any time, I might actually write about it. Maybe do a funny piece about going from the country to a place like Grand Rapids. It's definitely a change. Everything's a change when you switch those two out. Nothing makes any sense. Yeah. So that's about it. I gotta finish up some things. Keep on typing.